But now watch where he ends up here. If you look at his hips, essentially his crotch is right on his knee. Okay? That's a great, sharp, tight angle. Hey guys, Coach Keith Keppner here, and here we go for Mike Tyson fight number 2 as a professional boxer. Having a lot of fun going through and doing these because, again, like I mentioned in the previous video, my dad and I spent time going through and watching all of Tyson's fights. I used to be one of the biggest fans of Mike Tyson. My father was definitely a big fan of Mike Tyson because my father was very big on power, and there's a lot to learn from Mike Tyson. Now, like with anybody though, there's holes, there's opportunities. That's why Tyson was beatable. Everybody's beatable by the right person and with the right tactic and technique. Now, or tactic and strategy. Now we're gonna go through and go on for fight number 2. Let's look at who he's fighting here. And again, to be clear, like I said in the previous video, everybody has some type of built record. Almost everybody. Or they're brought along, rather. Better said. Not built, brought along. So Trent Singleton at 198.5. He is 1-3 going into this fight. If you do a little background research, so Mike Tyson was his last fight ever. Before that, he got TKO'd in 6 of 6. TKO'd in 1 of 4. And then he had a unanimous decision win against a 1-0 guy, Mark Banks, who never boxed after that fight. So that's what we got going into this. Let's watch it, but there are definitely things to learn. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. All right, guys, let's break it down. And by the way, in the last video, had a great comment from a channel member talking about how they have watched that first Mike Tyson fight countless times, and they never saw the little thing about ring control that I mentioned. So there might be a little gem like that in this for you. Watch out for it. Also, what makes it fun studying Mike Tyson's progression in his professional career is he's very powerful, explosive, fun to watch, but we want to break some of the myths. And the problem with myths is that they hold us back. If you mythologize everything and everybody, now you're putting it all in a realm that's not attainable. We want to talk about reality. And if you're not here for reality, then you need to get off this channel. All right, guys. So Trent Singleton, he's 1-3, of course, as we talked about. Now, Tyson comes out smoking. What I mean by smoking, he's bouncing around. He got a little rhythm going on. That's a good thing. Now let's go back a little bit here. Nice and loose, light on the feet. He jabs for that body. That's a very, very good standard. He slips the jab as he jabs for the body. He goes right back afterwards to an outside position, which is fine, totally fine. But again, if we want to launch offense off of that jab to the body, then as we do it, we need to make sure we bring our back foot afterwards to get something off of it, or else it is just that, single shot like that. Now, he shoots that jab and he brings his head offline as he does it and steps a little bit to his left side. Classic type of like Peekaboo style thing is to slip the head offline with the jab, and his opponent catches it. Then, if we go back a little bit, Tyson slips down to the lead side, which is a great move, comes out with the jab from that lower position, and that's a great one because a lot of times people expect hooks out of that lower position, and you come up with that nice sharp jab like that, and it will do that. Then again, here he starts smoking. See that? Let's go back again. So jab here, he starts his rhythm and gets that left hook off that. Joe Frazier style here, bobbing and weaving. And if you notice too, watch his opponent slap down. See that? Go back a little bit. Whoopsie daisy. So here, watch the opponent's left glove right here. See it slap down. All right, so that's what that rhythm will do as you move your head like that. That's something that I personally, as a 5'8" person boxing around middleweight, would do, is do that rhythm, and that makes people slap stuff down and bring their hands down like this, and that's what opens up those hooks to come up. So he weaves under, comes up with the left hook around the guard, palm facing him. Great hook. Hurts the guy. Gets inside, keeps the hands with him, is not reaching, and then he launches attack. He launches attack what? Not with another giant left hook up top or big hooks up top. He does it like you should. Body, body, head, head. Beautiful combination. Watch that one more time. Body, body, head, head. So off of the weaving, he gets that left hook Joe Frazier style. Then he walks up. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see that one more time. Gets left hook. Then he goes left, right, left, right, left. Boom. And that drops him. And if you look at how those shots connect, let's analyze. So if you watch right there, that elbow is slightly below the fist. Brings it around. Rotates his shoulder. See how much this lead shoulder is pulled back? This is one of the biggest things to learn from Mike Tyson. Yes, he was born with power, but he also had developed power as well. Or you could say he naturally did some of these things, but you can take this natural, put it into your game, and become a better and more powerful puncher. I did, so you can too. Here, turn. See how much he's turned with the torso, or with the shoulders rather, and then that also translates to torso rotation. So he's got that. He comes back with another left hook. And if you look at that, elbow is here, fist is here, just like I talked about in my left hook video. All right, rotates through, and then his opponent's hurt. He tries the uppercut. He misses the uppercut. That's okay. Boom. Now also, let's go back to it again, because it's a short fight, but we're going to analyze the hell out of it. Now, why did this work? He's down there. He starts at the body, finishes at the head. Also, watch it what his opponent does. His opponent throws the same exact time. The opponent throws the same exact time. Tyson's punches are quote-unquote shorter, which just means they're not as wide. If you see how wide his opponent's punches are, Tyson's punches are more compact, meaning he could throw them with a wall on each side of him, on his left and right side, and get him off. You need to practice doing the same thing. Great way to do this is obviously shadow boxing, but then in addition to that, don't undermine the power of shadow boxing. Don't let me say what I'm going to say and make you think shadow boxing is going to, or not shadow boxing, you have a way to work around it. You have to shadow box. But then another way is to also throw on very thin bags. And then also, this is where mitts are helpful too, because you can help a boxer compact their punches more. Not meaning throw their punches shorter, meaning less range, but shorter meaning more, again, compact, where the punches are able to exist in a proverbial phone booth. All right, so we got that. You got to throw when other people throw. It's the best time to hit them. Then he comes in with his kind of juke, just hoo, 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 and steps around. And now if you watch, though, this is something that you would mimic from Tyson, is the quick snappy head movement to try to get an entry on that. But now watch where he ends up here. If you look at his hips, essentially his crotch is right on his knee, okay? That's a great, sharp, tight angle where he can get shots off. He doesn't get as much shots off, or he doesn't land as cleanly as he could. That's just the chaos and the happenstance of boxing. But he's almost sitting on his knee. That is a sharp angle, very hard for him to adapt to. And that's where Tyson gets that short right hand. It's hard to tell if it lands clean, but over the top, as you'll see there. Tries to come back with a left hook, misses it. That's okay. And then he exits out. Now, important thing to remember, too, is that when he just dropped him, when you go over here, take it back half a step, right there. Now, ideally, in an ideal world, where should the exit be? Should it be where he ended up? Should it be on Tyson's left side, his opponent's right side? Or should it be on Tyson's right side, his opponent's left side? Comment below if you think you know what the answer is. All right. It is the right side, Tyson's right side. From this, if Tyson throws his combination, exits around this side to come around, then he keeps his opponent in a proverbial, essentially having his back to him. and is able to land more punches. And then from here, if you'll notice, the ref gets in the way a little bit, but his opponent does a good standard thing. He has his lead hand creeping forward. See that? Or sorry, not lead hand, rear hand, right here, the right hand. Palm open, creeping forward, getting ready to do classic defense with the jab and things like that. Good classic foundational boxing. Tyson then, if you watch here, see how that hand starts creeping forward, right? That's creating this opening right here. When Tyson gets that opening, right there. You can't see it, the ref gets in the way, but you see palm facing him on the hook. The elbow is below the fist. Good standard left hook. Good standard power left hook, rather. Boom, and that does what? It puts the guy down. Now let's go back. And let's look at Tyson's fabulous peekaboo style, right? Right? He's going to be like this when he does it, right? Because he's a peekaboo boxer, and all peekaboo boxers, or peekaboo, you know, that's his secret to success. It's not his mentality, it's not his power, it's not his athleticism, it's not his speed, it's not his power, it's not the fact that he got, I might have said power twice, but you could count it twice for Tyson. It's not because he had literally the best manager with Jim Jacobs moving him along and with a ton of capital behind him. It's not all those things. It's the peekaboo style. There's pieces of the peekaboo style that are good. There's things that you can take from everything that are good, that are great. I steal pieces from the peekaboo style. But as a whole system that you have to operate within, and these people that act like it's this perfect design that came down from the mountaintops, and they likened Customato to Moses, getting the tablets and bringing that down and presenting it to everybody. That's not the case. But if you watch Tyson here, look at him. Left hand low, right hand up. Who does that look like? That looks like Joe Louis. That looks like every single great boxer in the history of boxing. Now, he lacks the catch ability and the ability to hand defense because of the constraints of the peekaboo style. And he managed to do a lot with those constraints. But let's not put those constraints upon ourselves. Okay, so he dropped him with that left hook. Beautiful work. Then, Tyson just comes walking in. See that kind of open position and just lets it go. He knows the guy's hurt. But again, look at the very short and snappy punches. Look at this. Ooh, look at that nice hook. Again, if you look at position, palm facing him, elbow below the fist. That is the key to a good, powerful punch, powerful hook. Here, and he rotates hard. And if you look at here, his hand is down, sure. It's not peekaboo. His hand is down, right? Whatever. But anyway, the elbow is in, though. Big thing. Not that his elbow is always in, but that elbow in position is very helpful to help generate force off the body. I recommend you put that into your boxing training because it makes a vast difference. Then off of that, he comes back with another hook that ends up cuffing the guy. Doesn't land with the knuckles, but still manages to put the guy down. And it looks like maybe he gets a little right hand after that, and the guy falls down. And that's it. That's all she wrote. And Tyson's like, yeah, that was nothing, because it was nothing. It was an opportunity for more ring experience to get him out in the public. And that guy was brought in to lose, paid for by Jim Jacobs. And Tyson, you know, if he was trying to do this on his own, he wouldn't have had the money to get that fight and pay the opponent. Anyway, great things to learn from there. We're going to continue going through because this is so much fun watching Mike Tyson. It brings me back to when I was like 16 years old or 17 years old and going through this all with my dad. And great stuff. Now, if you want to work together with me, I have the custom elite high-level program where I build out for you precisely what you need as a boxer for wherever you are. If you're a hobbyist, even just an enthusiast, that it's perfect for you, as well as if you're a competitive elite level fighter, beginner pro, it's going to help you work through what's holding you back and get you to the next level. Also, go on the Patreon page and check out, I have a few different free resources there as well, but there's the Champion Mindset program. It's 4 different recordings, each with actionable items to work on to help you build up the mindset, because technique, tactics and all that stuff, it's important, it's essential. But also the foundation for all of that is your mentality as a boxer and as a person. And you can have all that other stuff together but not have that, and it's a big challenge. All right, July 14th, I'm going to launch officially the book I've been talking about for a long time. I promise you it will be available at Amazon July 14th. So look out for that. And super exciting stuff. By the way, also on the 6 weeks of the Sweet Science, the 10 guys that jumped on that have been doing a great job, crushing it every single day, getting a new combination, getting a new footwork concept, and getting a new defensive sequence, as well as doing some type of road work every single day, but titrated in a fashion that's doable. They've been crushing it. And so big kudos to you guys. And I'm going to share more of y'all's success coming up here. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next Mike Tyson video for his fight number 3.